Day 2 of prep. Yay! Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you are. This is day 2. I've just literally weighed in 86.5 kilos. So the same as yesterday, in fact. So no biggie, to be honest. Always good. I was actually surprisingly hungry yesterday, even though I ate quite a lot of food. Not really sure why that is. It could be the whole sort of weird on a diet, get hungry thing, but you know, we'll see how this today pans out. Now, yesterday I forgot to add my creatine to my breakfast, so I added it to my oats. Obviously, you've got to get your creatine gains in, so I'll be adding 5 grams a day every single day. This is my sort of weekly order. I try and include everything from every kind of food group, so we'll talk you through it. First, in this corner, we have Greek yogurt, 0%. Normally and sometimes I go for the full fat version, just because it tastes better, but this kind of saves calories to a certain extent. Then next up we have is our broccoli, we have our kale, nice big bags of those two. This all goes with this stuff here, can't really pronounce it, but it's a thick cut stuff, really, really tasty actually. Obviously some milk. We have apples, we have some butter, because I run out of butter. Apples, raspberries. We have these Arla yogurts. These are awesome. Really, really good, really tasty. I think they're actually made of quark, in fact, they're the cheese, but high in protein, easy snack. Next, we have some oats. Obviously, I'm Scottish, so we've got to have some oats. I get the wheat bran stuff. That increases the fibre intake. Sometimes quite difficult when you're prepping and you're trying to make sure you get enough fibre. Lighter granola. So again, just a little bit saving on the calories and the fact that it's 30% less fat. Lots of sweet potatoes. I love my sweet potatoes. Bake these in the oven for an hour. Top notch. Rice cakes, easy go-to snack. Add some nut butter and stuff on them. Avocados. Again, I add these sort of eggs and whatnot. I do use these sparingly during prep, just because, again, really high in fat, high in calories. Not that they're a bad thing, obviously. They're a good thing. But just, I can't eat a whole one if I'm eating loads of other fat from other sources. Some squash, just because I like it, it's tasty. Chicken breast, obviously. Protein is obviously the most main important thing. Eggs, I like my eggs. Just because I don't want to stink, and I got to clean my teeth, and obviously put the rubbish out and smell nice. Pop-Tarts, just because I like them, and I have maybe one pre-workout, which is about 30 grams of carbs. Tuna, again, nice easy snack. This goes with the bread that's already put up here. I like this version because it's high in fibre. Again, good choice. Cashew nut butter, because we'd run out of it and it's alpha tasty. Dark chocolate, because my housemate Tom has a dark chocolate fetish, and if he doesn't get his dark chocolate fix, he gets a bit grumpy. That's not true. It's not true, but that's what I'm saying. Nando's and some jam to go obviously with the bread, and some honey, because that goes in my granola. And that's pretty much it, to be honest. It's quite a simple intake. Now, just before I'm about to leave for work, I'm going to hit myself up with some Arla yogurt and an apple. Yeah, quite fancy that. So I have spent the morning editing my first vlog, which hopefully should be live later tonight, but this will be posted tomorrow. So this will be hosted every day at 6 o'clock, hopefully, fingers crossed. But today I am training at W10 Performance. Now this is a great gym that my housemate Tom works at. They have an amazing facility here next to City Road near Old Street, but they also have a great facility out in Kinsale Road, which is near West London. I've got upper body today, looking forward to it. First upper body for a session for a while, so we don't know how sore I'm going to be over the next couple of days. However, I have my pre-workout coffee, I've got my usual Haribos, and I'll film this so you can see what I'm doing, and then hopefully later in the week I'll explain sort of my intro program post illness, flu, man flu, and post New York. As always, a great workout here at W10. I said earlier it was upper body, but actually it was lower body today. Squats, deads, Bulgarian split squats, and some hip thrusts. Relatively easy. Again, this is kind of still the intro phase like I talked about before. I finished my training session and had a Pret. So I hit up a Chipotle toasty, a pot of grapes, and a Diet Coke. Now, I certainly am a creature of habit, so I really enjoy those, and I had them. Today I didn't necessarily have much time to be able to prepare some food, so later on tonight, hopefully, or tomorrow morning, I'll have some food prepared and filmed for you to see what I do. It's really not going to be very fancy, but we'll cover it. For the past 3 hours, I've been sitting here, answering emails, uploading my first vlog, editing a few different pieces, and sorting out programs and macros and things with clients. It is quite amazing how my job has completely changed from what it used to be. Like, I used to do 40-hour, 50-hour sessions a week, 6 days a week when I first started doing PT, and now it's sort of moved at least 50 to 60% online, where I'm more desk bound actually, which is quite weird. Sometimes when you're carrying a massive frigging camera rig and you're a bit late, you need to eat with no hands. So one of the main topics today I wanted to talk about was, does scale weight matter? So yesterday I sort of talked about the target body weight that I have, around 75 kilos. Now this is largely because I have a sort of competition that's going to determine possible class that I entered in. There's under 75, there's also under 80. So what I don't want to be is obviously a really light 80 kilogram, but I'd really like to be a heavy 75 kilogram. So there's some things to consider there. What I also want you to consider is that it's unlikely, or I've never actually met any, natural individuals that have competed or tried to get as low body fat as possible without actually losing some kind of weight. You know, I usually lose at least 10%, maybe even more. Some of my online prep clients have lost nearly 20% of their own body weight. So to suggest that scale weight doesn't necessarily matter, well, it probably does, and it's a good metric to measure whether or not you're actually losing body fat. So I do it in a way in which I track every single day. I take an average of those 7 days, and then I compare it week on week. And that gives us a great indication whether there's weight loss or maybe there's fat loss. Okay, last client done. Now, I've got to try and get home and catch a train at 8:30. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. Made it. 8 minutes to spare. potatoes, I stick them in the oven. I got 20-25 minutes for the chicken in a Nando's sort of style spice mix thing. And then my good old steamer with my broccoli and my Italian green stuff. Right, last meal of the day. This is my usual oats, chocolate, milk. I forgot to take my supplements this morning, so I am going with the fish oil and vitamin D and all that kind of thing. Now, to do this quickly so I can get on with some last minute emails, give you my macros for the day, because that's quite a cool way to end, right? Everybody loves macros. Protein 179 grams, carbohydrates 344, and 86 grams of fat. That's about 3,000 calories, give or take. Let's see what weight says tomorrow, and that is day 2 done.